Hey guys, I'm Mason Zeigler. I drive the 25Z Dirt Late model, sponsored by JLE Industries, and this is a little sneak peek to my life.
Hello Zeigler Nation, this is James Buckley, also known as AKA Buck in the racing world. I'm here with Mason Zeigler Racing and JLE team.
Brian Liverman from Greensboro, North Carolina. I work for Mason Zeigler Racing, the JLE Industries Rocket Chassis 9Z. So I met Mason probably 2014 in Gaffney, South Carolina. He was down there for a race, and he had qualified well and run good in his heat race, and I think he somehow knocked the nose off of it in the feature. And I was over there talking to him after the race, and he was trying to weld this thing up and get it ready for the next night. We had to travel a couple hours to go to the next track, and we became friends that way, and we've been friends ever since. A couple years passed by, and talked to Mason and his dad Fred about coming up here to go to work for them. And my wife, she's from right up the road, so it made it really simple for me and my family to move up here and be a part of it. And it's just been awesome ever since.
So how this all started was, I was in construction my whole life basically. I was a roofer for like 20 years. I also did plumbing with my dad for about 3 years, but I just got more into construction and wanting to build. I worked at this Exxon full service station, pump gas, run the store. So I kind of had some mechanics about it, and my neighbor moved in beside me, and I heard this car start one day. 2 weeks later, I was working on his race car, and I learned how to take the axles out, change the pumpkins on the rear ends. So I worked on my buddy's car again, and that's when I came across Roy Knob and this young 17-year-old Mason Zeigler.
My dad purchased a car back in the late 90s, started going to the racetrack with them. I kind of just fell in love with it there and started going over to his shop every day after school working on it. That led to me starting to help Kevin and Leroy Rumley, which are from my hometown. Never gave it up, kept racing, and met Mason years later down the road and came here to work.
This was like a bucket list. I didn't know I'd end up in 2014 being hired by Mason and his awesome family. I've been here 8 years now, and we travel all over the place. We have nightmares just like anybody has a normal job. Like, you have your good nights, you have your bad nights, you have bad months, you have bad weeks. But when you do meet them and get to them pinnacles in life, winning at Eldora, getting on that stage, like, it really means a lot to where I came from and what we do here.
So this year we changed up our decal package and our scheme on our car. We have JLE on the door, and we have 9Z on the quarter panel.
I went and sat with a team at JLE earlier this year, and they've been such a great partner, and their commitment is so important to us that we decided to make the car really match the company. It's really where the color scheme came from.
Always been a fan of the blue and black 25Z. It's always been a sharp looking car, but I think this car looks just as good or better. It's really awesome. It shows up really nice on the track.
Now, the transition from the 25Z to the 9Z, yeah, there's a lot of heartfelt reasons that the 9Z came to life again.
The 9 was my brother's number. He passed away last year, and I just thought it would be a good time to go back.
I always liked that 25Z, but we've got 9Z on the quarter panel now for Freddie, Mason's brother, that we miss a lot, and he was a good friend to all of us.
When you have reasons for the number, it's more heartfelt.
He was always a big part of our racing and stuff, so and a big supporter of our racing, so we just thought it was fitting to bring the 9 back.
And we miss him a whole lot.
It's a sweet ride, and what we're doing here, changing to the 9Z, it might even get sweeter one of these days when we get one of them big crown jewel races.
We're super excited about the new era with the 9Z. we've had a lot of success and a lot of great memories looking back with the 25 car. And we're not going to say it might not come back out eventually, but it's been fun, and we're excited for the new era and the new look and the new scheme, the new number. We'll just go get some more wins.
We're going to take you on a ride. It's going to be a fun year. Buck out. Talk to you guys later.